Okay, so I'm going to do a really quick explanation of how this borrowing and subtracting in the land of treble works. I'm not going to go too into depth about it because it seems like we really understand the land of treble. I'm going to start with the base 10 system as I did before. If you need help remembering what base 10 and base 3 are in the land of treble, I am going to post the other video, so go back and look at that one. If I have my 10, how I would play this game in base 10 is I'd roll my die and then take away 5 ones. I can't just take away 5 ones because I don't have any in this category. So what I have to do is I have to break apart my 10. So I'm going to take 10 ones, put them over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So now I have 10 ones. Normally I would regroup that to a 10. Now I can take away my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so I have 5 ones left over. And this makes a lot of sense. Now I'm going to put 3 just to give us a whole new number to work with so we can see how borrowing works. So if I have to subtract 5, I subtract 3 from my ones first, but then I don't have enough ones left over, so I have to borrow from my 10. So I'm going to again break this up into 10s. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I already took away 3. I can take away 2 more, and that leaves me with 8 left over in my ones. This makes a lot of sense because if we think about how we normally would subtract and borrow, as you probably learned in 2nd grade, if I have 13 minus 5, after I've lined up my digits, 3 minus 5 I cannot do. So I have to cross off my 3, 13, and borrow from my 1 over here, which I know we don't have to really borrow in this small example. I just don't want to get out all the pieces. So I have 13 minus 5, which is 8. So that kind of makes sense for what we're doing and in base 10. They make it tricky on us in M cubed because we have this rickles, bickles, and trickles, and gickles nonsense. So we start off this time with stuff on our board because we can't take away if we have nothing there. So I'm going to start with 2 trickles over here, which is an extra category. I'm going to start with 2 rickles. I'm going to add 2 bickles. And I am not going to start with any gickles on here. I'm going to use 1s to represent gickles because it's pretty much the same thing. And I don't think I have enough gickles over here. So I roll my die. I take away 1. I can't take away 1 gickle because I don't have any here. So what I'm going to have to do instead is substitute 3 gickles and take away a bickle. See how I just moved this 3 value over to the gickles. Now I can take away my 1. Now I have 2 trickles, 2 rickles, 1 bickle, 2 gickles. Roll again. 3. I can just take away a bickle. I don't even have to borrow because a bickle is worth 3. 6. This time I do have to borrow. I can take away 2 here, but I'm going to need to take one of my rickles, convert it into bickles. So 1 rickle is equal to 3 bickles. I still can't take away 6, so I'd have to transfer these to gickles. So my 2 bickles become gickles. And now I can take away 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I have 2 trickles, 1 rickle, 1 bickle, and 2 gickles. So you keep going at this pattern until all of the pieces are gone. The object is to get rid of my trickles and rickles. So that's kind of how the game works and how you have to start thinking about subtraction. The key thing that I would say with borrowing is you have to break up the bigger pieces. So I have to break apart my rickle to make a bickle. I have to break apart my bickle to take away my gickles. I have to break these things apart to get to my smaller number.